everyone, welcome back to Risa Does Makeup. Today's video is one that I have been working on for a really long time. I have been testing so many different products over the last probably 4 months, trying to find the best dupes I could for some of my favorite, most used high-end makeup products. The products I'm going to show you today, the dupes, I think are just as good, if not better, than their high-end counterparts. And the reason why this video has taken me so long to do is because I'm pretty picky when it comes to dupes. And someone asked me once, is it the ingredients that makes it the dupe, or is it just their appearance? While it would be ideal to find products that were identical in ingredients and performance and color, that would take me more than 4 months. It would probably take me 4 years. I don't want to chat too much. I know you guys really want to see the dupes, so all I'm going to say is that I worked really hard to try to find you products that were as close as possible to the higher end product in performance, in color, in texture. So without any further ado, let's jump into my 15 dupes that rival high-end products. The first product is a face primer. I discovered the Lancome Prep and Matte a little over a year ago. I tried out the whole new oil controlling mattifying line that they had come out with, which was the powder, the primer, a setting spray. I thought all of it was excellent. But then shortly after falling in love with this, I discovered that the CoverGirl TruBlend mattifying primer was an excellent dupe. I've put a little bit of each on the back of my hand. As you can see, they're both white. They're both a lightweight, creamy consistency. They both blend out easily. They feel exactly the same. They both do an incredible job at keeping your skin matte for as long as possible. Okay, next up, foundation. I have very oily skin, and I always look for foundations that are medium, buildable to full coverage, that smooth the look of my pores, and that will stay on all day long. And I found exactly that in the Dior Forever foundation. This product goes on so beautifully. It gives you a truly flawless complexion. It lasts all day. It doesn't make my pores look larger. It doesn't emphasize texture. It just has such a beautiful finish. But I've also discovered that it's very similar to the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour. Now, the colors that I'm showing here are definitely a little bit different. I went darker with this one because I think at the time I bought this, it was when I had been self-tanning and I matched myself to a darker color. I have several shades in the Superstay because, well, obviously it's a lot more affordable than the Dior, so I'm able to mix shades to get the right color. I'm wearing 220 Natural Beige. It's the one I have on right now. Yeah, if you're looking for long wear, flawless, medium to full coverage, this is a winner. And in my opinion, an excellent dupe for the Dior. Moving on to concealer, one of my favorites for years and years has been the NARS Radiant Creamy. I just love the texture of this. I love how it completely covers my dark circles. It lasts all day. I don't have an issue with it settling into fine lines or looking cakey. I just think it's really good. And I tried this against several of my other favorite drugstore concealers. One of my current favorites is the Maybelline Superstay that comes in the sort of triangle tube, not the older one, but the one in the triangle tube. I love that, but I found that the Milani Conceal and Perfect was a lot closer as far as texture, coverage, blendability. The Maybelline Superstay is a little bit thicker and a little bit tackier. Both of these are very smooth and creamy, but not heavy feeling. This one covers just as well as this one. I love this concealer and the Maybelline Superstay so much, I have not repurchased the NARS since I discovered these two. And I was someone who purchased the NARS Radiant over and over for years. One of my very favorite blush formulas is the Air Blush from Marc Jacobs. I have all of the shades, and one of my favorites is Lush and Libido. It's such a beautiful, vibrant rose pink. However, this blush is $42. So if you love this color, but you don't like that price, definitely check out the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Fantastic Plastic Pink. Next up, I have a dupe for one of my favorite Tarte blushes called Peaceful. Peaceful is a light, neutral peachy pink. It goes with any makeup look. It's the one I have on right now. Actually, I have one on one side and the dupe on the other side. And the dupe is this Milani blush in Blossomtime Rose. All right, moving on to highlighters. This highlighter from NARS in the shade Fort de France is so beautiful. It's one of those beautiful, glowy, more subtle highlighters. It's not super intense. It's wonderful for mature skin because it just gives a subtle radiance to the skin. It's not over the top. It's not that blinding see from outer space highlight that some people love. I actually like it on occasion, but other times you want to just be a little bit more understated and have a slight glow to the skin. So this NARS Fort de France is incredible, but even better than spending all that money on the NARS is to pick up the CoverGirl TruBlend Super Stunner Hyper Glow Illuminator in Pearl Crush. The NARS does have a little bit more of a goldeny yellow tone to it. I have tried both of these at the same time, one on each side, and I promise you, you cannot tell the difference. One of my favorite products for a bold highlight, kind of like what I have going on here. I know for some people this probably isn't that bold, but for me, it's bold. And to achieve this look, I've been loving for a couple of years now, this iconic illuminator. This was originally only available in the UK, I believe. It's a UK brand, but it started showing up at Ulta a year ago, maybe more. And it has a dropper. This is the shade, I think it comes in like 3 or 4 colors, maybe 5. Well, I'll have to put the name on the screen because I need my glasses to see. Oh, it just says original. So it's the original illuminating drops. It is absolutely amazing. This is one of my go-to night out highlighters. Well, it was until I discovered the Neutrogena Glow On liquid highlighters. I think this is such an underrated, hidden drugstore gem product. I think I've mentioned that in a couple of my videos recently, just how much I love this liquid highlighter. And this is the shade Supernova. This one also comes in a couple of shades. And it's a little bit more peach than the iconic, but it's bold, it's beautiful, and I just love it. There actually might be a color in this range that does have a little bit more pink like the iconic. This is one of those ever so slight differences that you cannot notice on the skin because I have one on each side right now. I'm always rotating my brow products. I'll go from pencils to powders to gels to pomades, but one consistent item in my makeup bag or makeup collection for years has been the ABH brow pomade. But on a recent shopping trip, well, not recent, I think I discovered this about 3 months ago. I told you at the beginning I've been working on this video for a long time. I discovered this brand called Makeup Obsession. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it at Target as well. I did pick up a few things from the brand to test out. Nothing really wowed me, unfortunately, but I did find their brow pomade to be an amazing dupe for the Anastasia. The texture is the same. I think that you can definitely find, for whatever shade you were using in the ABH, if you're using this pomade, I'm pretty sure you can find something that will work in the Makeup Obsession. You know how I just said that I'm always rotating brow products? Well, one of the other staples in my makeup bag for years has been the brow products, quite a few of the brow products from Hourglass. And I'd used the angled, the arch brow for years, or it's been in my rotation for years. And then when they came out with the micro brow sculpting pencils, I jumped on those. I had to try it. And I used the shade Blonde, and it is a micro tip pencil. And then it has a spoolie on the other side. And I found a nearly spot-on dupe to the Blonde in the ultra fine brow pencil from CoverGirl in Soft Blonde. This is such a good dupe. If you've been using and loving this pencil in the blonde shade and you want a nearly exact match, then check out the CoverGirl Soft Blonde. All right, moving on to eyeshadow palettes. I've got 2 eyeshadow palette dupes for you. One, I actually did a whole video dedicated to the comparison between these 2 eyeshadow palettes. They are the Natasha Denona Biba, which, as many of you know, is a favorite of mine. It is my go-to neutral eyeshadow palette, and I was thrilled to find this palette from e.l.f. last spring, I think it was. I think that's when I found it and did the video comparison, the dupe video. If you are looking for an amazing, super affordable, neutral eyeshadow palette, and the Natasha Denona is not in your budget, please, please check out the e.l.f. New Classics eyeshadow palette. I was truly blown away by the quality of this really, really affordable palette. I mean, this Natasha Denona is just not in a lot of people's budgets, and it's amazing, but so is this. This is a really, really good palette, and if you're looking for neutrals, just everyday colors, but that you can still do a beautiful nighttime look with, then definitely check this one out. I have used one on each eye today, and I'm fairly confident that you can't tell which is which. All right, next up, I want to show you this palette from Collab Beauty. This is called the Get Ready With Me eyeshadow palette. It contains beautiful, everyday eyeshadows that you can do daytime looks, nighttime looks with. I definitely feel that Collab eyeshadow palettes are very underrated. I have a couple of them and have been very, very impressed. If you're not familiar with Collab, it's a brand that was in collaboration with some popular YouTubers. I can't think of all their names right now, but if you just looked up Collab, you could get all the information about how the line was created. When I purchased this palette and I started playing with it, it really reminded me so much of my Urban Decay Naked Reloaded. Now, obviously, there aren't as many shades in the Collab as there are in the Reloaded, but there are so many similar shades, and you can definitely get the same type of looks from each of these palettes. You know, again, you're not going to get in this palette the sort of silvery shade here and this pinky peach shade called Retro. Actually, it's more peach than pink. But as far as the shades that I'm sure most people are using in this, like Bucked and Boundaries and Blur and Endgame, you know, these beautiful neutral mattes over here and a couple of these pops of shimmer, you've got that in this palette. So if you've been thinking about this just for, you know, your everyday type of looks, and maybe the Natasha Denona or the e.l.f. just don't speak to you, but this one does, give this one a look the next time you are at a Sally Beauty Supply or order it online. I think these are under $10. I could be wrong though. Of course, all the prices and everything I talk about here will be listed in the description box. But yeah, this one is worth trying. Moving on to mascara, one of my favorites of all time is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is one of the only high-end mascaras that I have ever repurchased, the other one being the Chanel Le Volume. These two are honestly the only ones that I think are really worth the money when it comes to high-end mascaras. There's actually a Lancome one that I've tried recently that I really liked, but I've given up all of them in favor of the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. This is incredible. It gives me the lashes that I look for, like a lot of people look for. Long, full, holds the curl. Yes, I often will wear my false lashes still or my individuals, but I feel good enough when I use this mascara that I don't need falsies most of the time. I truly only wear falsies or individuals when I'm filming or if I'm going out at night. The wands are very similar. This is the Marc Jacobs. This is the CoverGirl. The CoverGirl wand is a hair taller and a hair wider, but I'm telling you, if this has been a favorite mascara of yours, please try the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. Okay, I think a lot of you are going to be really excited about this next dupe that I found. I wear Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk lip liner all the time. It's one that I've repurchased many times. It's just the perfect rose pink. It's a pencil that you sharpen. It goes on so nicely, but it's pricey, especially for an everyday lip liner that you're gonna go through more quickly. I have discovered that NYX's Nude Suede shoes is just as good. I mean, look at these two colors next to each other. You can't tell the difference. I mean, if you really, really nitpicked and looked super close, the Nude Suede shoes has a hint more brown, just a hint, but they are close enough that I honestly don't feel like I need to buy the Pillow Talk lip liner ever again. And a lot of you know how much I love Charlotte Tilbury. Probably my favorite line of all time. It's probably the line that I have the most products from. So for me to say that is a pretty big deal. And speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, I was super excited when she came out with these liquid latex lip glosses. This one is in the shade Berry Nude. I do like the formula of these, but I do not like the smell. I did watch a few reviews of this product when they came out, and some people said they didn't notice a smell, but to me, it is there, it is potent, and I can't even wear these. I cannot wear this product, and it's a beautiful color, it's a beautiful formula, but I just can't do it. So I was thrilled to find this one from Revlon, this relatively new formula called the Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polish, High Shine. Now this color isn't an exact dupe, but the formula of these two, it's incredible. When you try them side by side, I wish you guys could actually be in the room with me to see just how nearly identical these formulas seem to be. And unfortunately, I couldn't find an exact shade dupe for the Berry Nude, but the formula, if you like this formula but not the smell, if you want a great, rich, pigmented, glossy lip formula, then look no further than this Revlon. And my final dupe is what I'm going to call a hearsay dupe, meaning that I have not used either of these products myself, so I can't give a first-hand account, but I recently did an in-person collaboration video with my friend Kate the Great. She has a wonderful YouTube channel if you want to check it out. She's so funny, she's so sweet. She was here in town, we filmed a video together, and she was telling me, and she also mentioned in the video we did together, that she'd been using the NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer for a long time. It was her holy grail. She just loved it until she discovered the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. She was telling me that she feels that it is an incredible dupe for the NARS. So I told her that I would mention it in my dupes video. I said, I'm going to be doing this dupes video. I've been planning it for a long time, and I definitely need to let my viewers know if you really think that it's a good dupe, because I don't have dry skin. I don't often talk about products geared for those with dry skin. So I hope you guys will check it out. If you've been using and really enjoying the NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, perhaps you want to give the ColourPop Pretty Fresh a try, because that is a significant savings right there. And I know Kate wouldn't lie about something as important and serious as someone's everyday foundation product. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I have finally filmed this video. You guys don't understand how long it's taken me to film this thing. I've had all these products sitting on my table for months. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you become part of the Risa Does Makeup family. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Once more, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.